I met this woman on my way to the health food store. She asked me what it was I was searching for. I said, well, some fruits and veggies to satisfy my appetite. And she replied, not for dinner, but in life. I hadn't realized that she wanted to philosophize for a while, so I met her response with a humble glare and a radiant smile. She continued on to say, your soul is free when you hear it sing, and your mind is free when substance your thoughts do bring. But I am bound like the caged bird with clipped wings. So out of curiosity, concern, and regret, I ask you these things. Curious as to what would have happened had I journeyed a path and ran across truth. Concerned that that path taken is far from flooding with youth, children young in years, and regretful that I had not challenged those beliefs that brought my people more than their fair share of tears. So you see, she continued to reflect upon her 95 years of life, it seems that if you had a chance to do it over, you would do it right. Well, at least I would, she said, with hope in her voice. You know, baby girl, righteousness would be my choice. But so often I've heard that narrow is that gate. And with all the things on my plate, I guess it's too late. And I'm not just talking about those nasty pig's feet I ate. I'm talking about fate, racism, and hate, the rarity of finding a good mate, climbing that imaginary corporate rope, smoking dope, losing hope, trying to cope with life, or lack thereof. I'm talking about love of family and friends, those good old days before we were slaves caught in midday rays working for no pay with Tubman leading the way. Before yesterday when Marvin Gaye and his sexual healing gave us that good old funny feeling and made us sing aloud as we shouted, I'm black and I'm proud, then turned off the lights and said goodnight and simply hoped that one day we would get it right. Rights that were defined, but not by me. I'm talking way back when his story was my story and there was glory in being a virtuous daughter adorned and respected, when our minds had been naturally resurrected, when our children were not neglected or ways of the righteous rejected, when our diets were divine and not filled with swine, when worship meant work and work meant serving, when our hard-working brothers were honest and deserving of blessing beyond measure, when I weighed my heart and it was lighter than a feather. We stuck together knowing our souls were free. You see, baby girl, listen, for I'm telling you real history. She finally took a breath and realized there was nothing left but to ask me if she searched my thoughts, what would she find? And I smiled and said, pure peace of mind. With a confused glare in her eye, she said, why? And my reply, well, you see, first and foremost, giving all honor and praise to the God of our fathers from those days in which you speak of, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I greet you in perfect peace and love. Yes, I smile, for I know that history has repeated itself, now back in its proper place, and a look of curiosity swept across her face. You see, those glorious days, traditions, and ways to which you give praise have once again returned to redefine history. But if your eyes lack sight, what I speak of you will never see. If your mind is closed, then your soul is bound, and the truth you seek shall never be found. For truth master is none, yet those who diligently seek it may be redeemed. And remember, things aren't always what they seem. So although you may see mankind's unrighteous ways and deeds, one tree in the midst of weeds can bring forth righteous seeds. Without sounding disgusted, she quickly interrupted. I ain't got time, girl, for your spooky mysticism. She stopped at that very first criticism. For church, I am late, and today it is my turn to collect the offering from the plate. Just then, I asked her what it was that she ate. She said, well, last night I had some black-eyed peas and rice. I said, not for dinner, but in life. That caused you to turn away even when you were given the chance to get it right. I guess all eyes can't perceive, nor can all ears understand, for narrow is that gate that leads to the promised land.